Hey guys, you're watching Gregorio Girls Makeup. If you're new, my name's Shauna and I run this channel with my sister Devin. And today I have my brow routine for you. So it's a pretty easy routine and this was actually a requested video. So thank you to those who had sent us a message and requested a brow routine. I always feel like it's such a huge compliment when people ask like, can you do a brow routine video or this type of video? Because it obviously means like they like the way you do things or they like the way your makeup looks or that certain part of your makeup looks. So I am like super honored to be asked to do this. Anyway, before we get into the video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like this video. And without further ado, let's get right into the tutorial. Okay, so before we get started, I just want to say our lighting's being a real pain in the ass, so it's probably going to change multiple times throughout the video because it's looking a little bit orange and then it focuses and it looks nice and bright. So just be aware that I'm aware. And I know it's annoying, so we're very sorry about that. Anyway, so first I'm going to take the ABH Brow Wiz. Mine is in the shade medium brown. So here's what it looks like. I like the more fine tip pencils, so I really like the Nyx Micro Brow, which is a nice dupe for this. And what I like about this one is, again, because it's so small, I can get good hair-like strokes. And this is also a nice creamy formula, but not so creamy that it's gonna like wipe off and smudge everywhere. The first thing I do is kind of brush my brows upward. Whoa. And as you guys can see, I have pretty thick, dark brows, but we are pretty sparse right here. All right, so I zoomed you guys in so you can see a little bit better. Again, sorry about the lighting. And sorry about my brows, I didn't pluck them for this video, so there you go. So I normally start by just underlining them right at the bottom and then going over the top. And then what I do on my first brow, I kind of just immediately do on my second brow because your brain kind of remembers the strokes, so it's supposed to help you get a little bit more even, but I don't know if it actually works, but that's what I do. And my brows are actually pretty crooked. I've mentioned this before, I think in multiple videos, and I think in my last brow routine. So long story short, a few years ago, I got a really bad eyebrow wax, and we are still paying the consequences for it now. So yeah, just try and get your eyebrows as even as possible. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you to kill yourself over trying to make them perfectly even. Nobody's eyebrows are perfectly even. I would know. Mine are so crooked.
They are not crooked.
But it's just
Don't listen to her. Sorry.
Okay, so anyway, I just underline them and then kind of even out the top. I don't add any more like thickness to my eyebrows like this way because they are so thick. I know sometimes people with thinner eyebrows probably draw like above and below their eyebrow. I stay on my natural hairline, so I just try and even out that line as much as possible. So then I take my spoolie and I just I just blend through that little line. I don't want that line to stay there really harsh, so I just blend the product up, and that kind of starts to fill in the front part of my eyebrow but not make it too dark. I definitely like my brows to be a little bit lighter in the front and then darker as they go towards the tail. Alright, so I'm gonna go into my Anastasia Beverly Hills Dipbrow. Again, I'm in the shade medium brown, and I'm taking one of their brushes. I think this is a 7B brush, so a lot of ABH products going on today. So here's where I just kind of darken up my brows. So I really keep it to like the middle and ends of my brows. Again, I leave this front area pretty light because I'll go back in with my pencil and kind of fill that in lightly. But with my dip brow, you just dip in and I really just fill in the whole middle part of my brow. And then that just gives you like that nice dark color, like darkens your brows up, I guess. It kind of depends on your brow color, but just kind of gives you that nice like dark brow and frames your face. As opposed to this brow that kind of looks a little lackluster. Again, taking my Brow Wiz pencil, I'm just going to make some hair-like strokes so that we make sure the front of our brows don't look too sparse like how it is over here. But we fill them in just a little bit so it kind of ombres into the back of our brow. And then I'll take my spoolie and go through and just kind of like blend and feather it out. And then the one thing that I did in my last brow routine video that I don't do in my brow routine anymore is carve out my eyebrows with either like a little nude, like creamy crayon type of pencil or with concealer. Because I feel, Devin, like my eyebrows are pretty crooked. I feel like when... Because I feel like they're pretty crooked, I feel like when I carve them out, it kind of just defines that they're different shapes and kind of draws attention to that. So I like to kind of keep them just like this and like kind of bushy so that you can't really tell that they're a little bit different. So next what I'm gonna do is, and again, I actually don't do this every day, like in my everyday life, but for the purposes of this video, I'm gonna do it because I really should be, because my eyebrows are so unruly. But I'm gonna set my eyebrows with gel. So I have here the Benefit Gimme Brow in the shade 3. So this is actually a shade lighter than my eyebrow color. And then I also have Devin's NYX Control Freak. This is just a clear eyebrow gel. I don't really want to add any more color to my brow. Normally for the Benefit Gimme Brow, I really like this product, but this is something that I'll use when I'm kind of like running out the door. And I don't want my eyebrows to look too weird and sparse, but I don't feel like filling them in because I don't have a full face of makeup on. So I usually just run this through my brows. So today I'm going to use the NYX Control Freak Brow Gel because it's clear and I don't need to add any more color to my brows today. Okay guys, and that is it for my brow routine. I hope it was fairly easy for you. I don't do anything that the average everyday person can't do. I don't use too many products. I know the products that I used in particular in this video were kind of expensive. If you want a dupe, like I said earlier, you can totally switch the Brow Wiz for the NYX Micro Brow. They actually have a decent shade range for it with like, you know, good undertones. But as far as the pomade goes, if you want to use a pomade, I would suggest using something that is a higher end one. I really like this Dipbrow, and I have tried the Benefit Ka-Brow, which I actually really liked as well. It just kind of dried out kind of quicker than this one does. Before you leave, don't forget to subscribe to our channel, like this video, and follow us on Instagram. I'm at Shauna Greggs and Devin is at DevDevGreggs, and we will see you in our next video.